Alright, so this is my first take. I really hope this works out. This is a tier list, kind of, for every single node that I recommend for Shell's skill tree. I think if the node isn't on this list, I'm either an idiot, it's like really generic, and it's probably like fine, but it's not like particularly synergistic or super strong with Shell. So it's one of those two things to me. But we're going to start off with this here. This is just a little kind of showcase to help you understand that destruction is something that you will run a lot of. So the numbers here just mean how many nodes I suggest that are in each category. So this is destruction, this is flex, this is life, and this is imagination. I didn't make it 3 for each of these on purpose. I'm pretty sure you get 3 of life and imagination in terms of like slots, and then for flex nodes I just run 3. You can run 4, but I run 3 personally. So yeah, pretty simple. Now here's the thing, I have all the nodes out here. You could go to the end, you could just skip to the end, you'll have the skill tree. But here's the thing, okay? First of all, I already have all the chapters for every single node, so you might as well just click on those, right? And then second of all, you see what the icons are? You don't know what they do. I'm going to tell you what they do. So if you go to the end and you just take the time to go through each one, go into your game and look through, so, oh, is this the right one? You might as well just watch the video, okay? Stop wasting your time and let me waste mine. Yeah. So hopefully these 3 tiers are self-explanatory. I didn't do anything below it's fine, because if there's anything below it's fine, I probably wouldn't be recommending it. So let's just start this off with Valiant Challenger. I have some of these memorized. It's fine. It is 16% extra damage against bosses. I took this node and I personally recommend it because whenever I die, it's always to bosses. Shell has an extraordinarily powerful wave clear. You can use Annihilation Stance, and if you have this node, which you should, it does so much damage, right? And you get it consistently every 14 seconds, probably way less if you're in the second world, right? It's just really, really good. So you don't really need like, oh, you're 10 AD or whatever the fuck. Just run damage that helps you kill bosses, because this is multiplicative. 10 AD in the long run isn't really going to be that much, especially when you get flat increases through your passive or just AD straight up. It's really not that important to get that, like, I'm comparing it to like 10 AD because, you know, this is purely for damage, right? And you don't need damage against mobs, you'll be fine. The second one we've got here, I believe this is 6% attack speed, 3 AD, every 5 levels, up to 20? Yeah, up to 20. So, in total, that would be, what, 24% AD, or 8 attack speed, and then 12 AD. This is a might as well kind of thing. It's really good stats-wise. It's way better than all the other stuff that you're going to get. Once again, we're comparing this to 8 AD or even 10 AD, right? Because I don't even have it in this list, actually. I just don't think flat stat increases are all that. And, you know, this is a flat stat increase, but it's pretty good, and it scales, and you don't really care too much about your early game, because you do so much damage, right? You have such a consistent foundation, which is probably one of my favorite things about Shell. Because he's such a difficult character, once you kind of get a handle of the learning curve, and I will make a more in-depth video talking about, like, maybe some combos, because I think that Shell kind of likes his combos. Once you get a handle on that, you want to focus on scaling. That is my recommendation. This is coming from someone who keeps dying on World 2 and Nightmare, but I mean, you know, Day 2 Shell keeps dying on World 2, better than dying on World 1, right? And I'm talking about Nightmare. I tried doing a hard run and I got to World 3. So I'm going to say now, Nightmare is significantly harder than hard. Okay? Don't give me shit. Nobody has yet. But I feel bad for myself sometimes when I died at like fucking Belphamont. And it was just like, well, I you know, it's fine. It's a hard boss in Nightmare. But yeah, scaling, flat, stat increases, you might as well. It's just good. 10.5% attack speed. This is Typhoon. I don't know. Who cares? It's generic. Yeah, 10.5% attack speed is very similar to this upgrade. I'm going to put it below this one, actually, the scaling. Because, like I said, Flat stat increases just aren't that important, but this is one of the only ones that I like to run. 10.5% attack speed, just pretty good. That's 5.25 AD at the beginning, and that'll scale to more than 8 AD once you get around 4 upgrades on your passive, which you should get around like World 3, I think. It depends. If you have like a lot of Dream Dust on your hands, then that can work out. But I recommend upgrading your Annihilation, Stance, and your passive, so upgrade both, whichever one's cheaper. Next one here, I actually don't know. What is that? Oh, this is cracked. Soul Acceleration. Gotta run it. So fucking good. 30% cooldown reduction. It's good. It might as well be a flex node. It's basically only applicable to your laceration. Now, if you get Teal Blade, if you get, I guess Blink, but I'm mainly thinking of, like, I think it's called Swift Slash, and then Teal Blade. These are all dashes that are AD-centric. Those are good because you can get your crits, because, you know, they count as dashes, and really low cooldown, right? 30% is quite a lot. 30% cooldown reduction. Jesus Christ, dude. 30% cooldown on your laceration, on top of the 30% cooldown or 35% cooldown reduction that you get on hit with red laceration, and then I believe laceration allows you to get another 30% with this flex node here if you hit only one target. It's just really good. Last one here we got is crit damage, 30%. Now, this is, you know, I kind of want to put it in might as well. It's not that good, actually. 30% crit damage sounds like a lot. It kind of is. It's basically a 15% increase to your total crit damage, because keep in mind that your crit damage is 100% extra, right? So you're adding 30% onto that. If you're doing 30 damage, is that good? Yeah, if you're doing 30 damage, crit is 60 damage, then 130% is like, yeah, 69. Nice. That's an extra 9 damage. You know, we love to see it. It's just pretty good. You know, we like the, I mean, it is kind of multiplicative. Crit damage is multiplicative. And I think you're getting most of your damage out of your crits anyway. So it's pretty good. But it's not like super high up there, especially because, you know, I've seen some people say like, oh, well, I just want to run like blue laceration. It's like, yeah, sure, you can do that if you want. And it's whatever. Okay. Now we're moving on to the life nodes. First one here, we got Trascendence, I believe. I'm just going to check right here. Yep. Increases flashed up cooldown by 1 second. If you have no flashed up charges and you kill an enemy, you reduce the cooldown by 70%. I got corrected for this, like, in the little Discord post that I made. It's 70% of one charge. I said in the first video that I made that it's 70% of total charges, which would mean that you get, like, 1.5 charges back, kind of. But no, it doesn't work like that. It's 70% of a singular charge, which is still really good, but it's not as supremely good as I said it was. That being said, it is essential. You care a lot about your dashes, especially if you're running Annihilation Stance's flex node, this one right here. I keep bringing it up. It's called Controlled Madness. If you use Controlled Madness, you should definitely use this. It is so strong. The main reason being that you can just spam your dashes for crits. What I like to do is do a normal attack, dash, do the crit, wait, and then do another normal crit, and then as you're kind of leaning towards the end there, start spamming your dashes, and you'll get like a few kills. Like, let's say it's World 1, there's some spiders, right? Kill those, you get your dashes back, you can do some more, and then that'll maybe help you get your duration back up if you're running this flex node right here, which I also recommend. I'm just gonna say this right now. We might as well just do this now, okay? Yeah, all the flex nodes are up here, but I'll talk about them more in depth later. But just so you know, flex nodes, they're essential. But I kind of want to put them in their own section at the end, so I'm going to put them down here for now. This next one here, I actually don't know the name. Complete Immersion. Whenever you kill an enemy or perform a basic attack on a boss, you get 25% of a charge. Dash charge, anyway. I think this is also essential. It's not as good. I think it's like quite a bit worse than Trascendence. But hey, I think it's really good still. It's 95% of a charge if you have no charges and you kill an enemy. That can be really important sometimes. I find myself in multiple positions where I get a bit too overzealous with my dashes, right? I'm being really aggressive with my dash into my autos. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get chain stabs. It's gonna be hilarious. And then I miss one, and then now I have no charges. So I use my blue laceration, I get a kill, that basically gives me 1 dash, and then I can use that to either get out, use Annihilation Stance, or maybe I like use red laceration, and then I use that dash to make sure I can secure the kill. Because, you know, some enemies still survive the red laceration into crit, right? But yeah, it's just nice. And you can kind of put it in top of might as well. I think it's either or, but I'm going to leave it up here because it definitely helps quite a bit. It's a very meaningful difference. And it's not something like, it has to be called Typhoon. It's called Hurricane. It's like it's not like Hurricane that kind of just falls off near, after like an early game, right? Okay, and then the last one here, 120 health. I actually don't know the name. And Powered Persistence, who cares? It's 120 health. You know what 120 health is, right? Here's the thing. 120 health means that you heal more from health potions. It means you heal more from the statues of... Fuck, I forgot the name. I know I used to call it Statue of Blessing, but that's not what it's called. But I don't know. The healing statues. You heal more from those because you have more max HP. You heal... Do you heal more from level ups? I don't know. I think that I don't know. I know that I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's percentage based. But either way, 120 health is really good. That's actually... yeah, it's really good. You get 230 base HP. So that is effectively very close to 50% HP increase. Of course, that's flat. It'll fall off early game. But when I am struggling a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, I almost died there to that Belphemont, I slap it on, you know, I slap it on. Now, is this really good for night if you're not doing Nightmare, or even if you're doing co-op? I don't know. Moving on to Imagination here. I believe this is like an 18% chance to get 2 Stardust on kill. Yep, Dismantle and Analyze. I just kind of slapped this one on here. It's fine. Truthfully, it is just fine. Imagination nodes are just fine. Shell is the kind of person that doesn't really care about econ. The only thing he really cares about econ-wise is Dream Dust. So, I mean, I guess he does care about econ. He doesn't care about gold. I guess I should say that. He doesn't care about gold, and there's not that many nodes that affect Dream Dust, and the ones that do affect Dream Dust are on this list. But I think it's like bottom of might as well. I mean, I literally just said that Dream Dust is important, but I just don't care that much. Would I like a free upgrade as a node on like one of my passives or my Annihilation stance? Yeah, sure. That sounds good. It's just not all that. It's just not a lot. I think on average I'm killing like 500 enemies a run or something like that. I don't know. Well, we'll say bottom of might as well just for assurance. Okay, this one is like just increased Dream Dust. Yeah, Efficient Extraction. You get 15% more Dream Dust from dismantling memories or essences. It's fine. I think that Shell is very self-sufficient. He doesn't really care about extra Traveler memories outside of utility. You always want to keep them. I saw someone in my Discord post going like, oh, well, I mean, you can just dismantle those. You don't really need extra memories. No, I disagree. There are definitely a lot of memories that you just kind of want to keep. Now, there are some that you don't really want. I run Beam of Light sometimes, and it kind of bites me in the ass because of how long the cast time is. But, like, if you're getting, like, Purgatory, if you're getting Swift Stab, even Frostbite, that shit's good, man. That shit's good. Don't pass it up, you know? It's good. Last one we got here. Actually, I should probably rank this properly. Dude, I don't know. It's like, whatever. It's kind of weird because on one hand, you don't really care that much about Traveler memory, so you might dismantle a lot more often. But also, you don't care that much about gold, so you're not getting that many memories anyway. It's a weird dichotomy. I think it's fine. It's kind of whatever. Okay, we got Creepy One-Eyed Doll. 50% chance to either lower prices by 70% or increase prices by 50%. I really like this. It is at the top of might as well. It is the ultimate, I don't care about econ, I'm just gonna go to a merchant, and I you know, if I get it, it's cool. If I don't, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of that guy and then I'm gonna leave, right? It's just really, really good if you don't care that much about your econ. There's like at least 2 merchants per stage, I'm pretty sure. I usually run into 2, and if they're like right next to each other, normally I'm like, oh, that's a feels bad, right? But if you're on Shell, you know, you just go through both of them, and it's like, well, what do you got for me? And they're like, 70% off. You know, you just buy your essences, you get out, boom, easy, robbery, right? generally speaking, you're not buying memories from these kind of shops. You're looking for good essences, you're looking for your quicksilver, you're looking for your momentum, you're looking for whichever one gives you a extra charge on your memory. I've heard good things about obsidian as well, but I don't have obsidian unlocked, so awkward. But yeah, really, really strong. The only reason I don't put it at essential is because if you want to focus on your econ, you can do that, you know? I ain't stopping you. I just care a lot about the fundamentals, and this is a character-specific memory that allows you to not care about your econ. Or not have to invest into your econ. I think that's a better way to put it. You don't have to invest into your econ. It's very chill. I guess as a side note, I should probably mention that this isn't bad either. Or, not this one. Black Market. Like, you know, if you want to do some refreshes for essences, you can. I just don't use it. So, anyway, these flex nodes, I already said that they're essential. If you skipped here, shame on you, alright? But they're all essential. I should actually rank them all the way at the top, except for the laceration one. These are cracked out of their fucking mind, dude. You gotta get them. If you can't get these, I don't know what the mastery rank was, like the requirement for these. I don't remember, but get them, please, please. They're so good. They're so strong. But I'll kind of go into detail. This one is if you hit a single target with laceration, 30% cooldown reduction. It's fine. You know, normally you're getting 5.3 seconds base cooldown, and then another 35% cooldown reduction if you hit them with the red laceration. I primarily use red laceration, so this feels really, really good if I'm just using red laceration on a single enemy. You do a little combo, right? Red laceration, crit behind you. You can do that basically every 1 second, like 1.2, something like that. It's really, really low investment, and it's really, really powerful because you don't really have to be on the opponent. You just gotta kind of chill out, wait for your laceration to come back, and it's still pretty high DPS, so you don't have to worry too much. You know, you're still able to keep on pace with, you know, the group if you're playing co-op, or just, you know, keeping pace in general if you're playing solo. Now, these two are really strong, especially when paired together. Annihilation Stance as an ult is a 10-second duration, but with Controlled Madness, it is lowered to 4 seconds. I'll kind of go ahead and show you here. There's a lot to read. The gist is that it's not an ult anymore, it's 14 seconds. The sword energy damage, which is 400% AP scaling, is 40% less damage, and then the 30% attack damage boost that you get is also lowered by 40%. And now it's a 4-second duration, and you can use other memories, which is weird. I don't know why they buffed it. You know, it's good. I like that. But normal Annihilation ult should have that also. I don't know why that's a limitation. But either way, supremely good. Controlled Madness is easily the best node that Shell can have. You need to have it. The consistency is insane. I have gone through so many levels without using Annihilation Stance because I keep forgetting that I don't have it as an ult, and like my first few hours of playing, that's what I would do, and I would get shit on because Red Laceration is good, and you know, going around doing chain stabs is good, and it's cool, and it's fun, but you will die. Or you will take a meaningful amount of damage. I'll be at like 10% HP on my last steps. I use my fucking healing statue at the boss. I heal like 20%. I die in 30 seconds at the boss. It's embarrassing, okay? Don't let that happen to you, man. Use Controlled Madness. Use your Annihilation Stance. It's really good. But this one here is also supremely good. Yeah, Chain Bloodlust. Every single time you hit an enemy with your basic attack or sword energy during Annihilation Stance, you get an extra 1/5 of a second on your duration. This does not get reduced with Controlled Madness, which is why it is the best node to pair with Controlled Madness. 0.2 seconds isn't a lot with a 10-second duration ult, but it is a lot with the 4-second duration. Normal ability, right? Especially an ability that gives you such strong wave clear with the sword energy, which, by the way, is why you never run Frenzy Blade Dance. This shit is ass. Do not touch it. Alright? It is so bad. Do not even bother. But, what is it? Chain Bloodlust. Really good. If you are running, if you're running Controlled Madness, which you should run Chain Bloodlust as well. You don't have to run this laceration one, but I find it quite strong because being able to like poke at the enemy essentially every 1.2 seconds feels pretty reliable, and you can kind of just dash out. You know, it's pretty good. So yeah, that's about it for the tier list. Yeah, feel free to leave any comments or like questions and stuff, but I don't really think there's that much to ask here. I will say, actually it was the same guy that I brought up earlier. His skill tree had like this here. This really threw me off. But if you guys find a way to make these work, you know, let me know. I'm kind of curious. Can you find a way to make like reduced effectiveness work out for you? I feel like it's kind of gimmicky. Like if you're pushing really hard on imagination, I just think you're kind of silly. But yeah, I don't know. That's about it. See ya.